So this is the summer of the first time of me going to Japan. For some reason, during this random week in the summer, the flight with Philippine Airlines was really cheap. So first I had a little 12-hour layover in the Philippines, then boom, I was in Japan. I landed in Chubu Central Airport, which is in Nagoya, Japan. Now this airport is on an entirely man-made island off of Nagoya, Japan. Using the Metetsu line connected to the airport, it's about a 40-minute ride to Nagoya City. But the city right next to it is Tokoname. Now this is my first time in Japan, and I haven't been to the other airports in Japan, but I just know this seems like a little bit more of a small time airport. I think generally people are more going towards Tokyo area or Osaka. It definitely seemed like there was a lot more locals in this airport as opposed to foreigners. This airport though was connected to the Flight of Dreams Museum, which had a whole Boeing 787 inside. Taking a tour around the airplane was completely free, and there was a food court right next to it so you can enjoy the scenery of the airplane. Now speaking about this being my first time in Japan, I was very surprised about how hot it was. Every single day in Japan was completely drenching. The humidity was turned up to 1,000. I used to think Philippines as a tropical country was a lot worse when it comes to humidity, but when I went to Japan, it was definitely worse. But what I can say though, the second I stepped out, it was very noticeable how clean and structured everything was. Especially as someone who comes from Southern California, we are not as clean as Japan. And I always have love from the Philippines as I am from the Philippines, but it's like a night and day difference when you compare it to Manila. Also, public transportation is extremely optimized. Again, coming from Southern California, it is not as easy to get around without a car. I have been in California basically my whole entire life, and I can probably count on my fingers how many times I've used public transportation. Landing in Chubu means it was necessary to use the train right away because it is an island off to the side. Overall, apart from everything basically being in Japanese with limited English and the people also having limited English, my first impressions of Japan was a good one.